have grown up around information on Jesus. I think I had a happy childhood. I'm not sure. I don't remember not having a happy childhood, but I do remember being unhappy. As a kid, I was the kid who never got in trouble. I didn't give my parents any trouble, but I was a troubled kid. And it probably wasn't until adulthood that my parents understood that. I went through a lot of depression, and not until high school did my father actually hear, "Your daughter is depressed." But depression has kind of followed me. I used to call it my cloud. It's just followed me around like Charlie Brown's cloud, and sometimes it would rain on me, sometimes it would storm on me. I was married 12 years, and as much as he loved me, he loved himself and the streets more. In and out of jail, leaving me with my first son. I was very, very depressed. Got into counseling, and for a while I was okay. But that marriage was so important, and it was failing so badly, and we didn't have any help. We just were young, too young to be married and not knowing it. But eventually, the marriage ended. And my second husband made me feel so good. And so bad 10 minutes later. And because I wanted some stability, I put being in the same place over my personal safety, and tried to not remember the things my mother went through with her second husband. How he would walk past her and make her flinch, or he would tell horrible things that weren't true and then come home and she would be afraid. He blacked her eyes and went to church and shouted in the aisles and spoke in tongues, and then he'd come home and beat her and beat us. And I said I was not going to have my child witness me go through that. So the day he said, "Stay where you are, I'm gonna kill you," I looked up in the window and Jordan was looking out. And I said, "No, I'm not gonna go through this." So we left the next day. And we started again. I didn't have a job. I didn't have any money. We went to food pantries. I was depressed. I couldn't get medical care. I'm a type 1 diabetic. Jordan is a type 1 diabetic. So all the money went to his care. I would find a job and lose the job. Find the job, lose the job. 7 times when the economy crashed, I was laid off. Job ended. Now I have a better job of my dreams. Finally, I can buy the shoes my son wants. I can save for college. I can take care of braces and things I just never imagined I'd be able to do. I start taking care of me. I get my blood sugars under control. I'm losing weight. My blood pressure is great, and the next week I have a stroke. And I'm off work for 4 months. I didn't think that I would get back to work. I couldn't talk. I couldn't move my left side. I was 40, going through all of this chaos, struggling with this depression. And though my mother told me in the midst of one of the worst depressions I was ever in, she called me and I said, "I'm tired and I don't want to do this anymore." That day, I had planned to take all the pills, I had them there, and she said, "Where is your praise?" And the only thing I could do was say, "I don't have any more." And she said, "That's not true. You
Psalmist, you are a worshiper. You have to find your praise. It's in there. But I lived that day. I was alive when my kid came home to my broken me. And I made it that day.
Worship, all my soul. There's a higher place to dwell. When my spirit's overwhelmed, I lift my voice. There is power in my praise. Through every trial I will say, I choose to worship. Worship, all my soul. I choose to worship. Worship, all my soul. I thought I was broken. I didn't think anybody loved me. I thought I was unworthy. And now, 2 strokes later, I get to breathe and see the sun. And I know that that is because I'm his child. Just to know that even when I fail, God says he will pick you up. I can rest in the love of God and feel peace, real peace, even when the storm is all around me. Just to know that he wants me.